Thank you. And now we're going to explain that through what we said before, the negina, the music, the singing is the structure of the Malchus, explains a specific Mishnah in Maseches Avos, in the tract of Avos. Now, you would understand what the Mishnah says in Avos Perek Aleph. Aseh lecha rav, make yourself a rav. Ukneh lecha chaver, and buy yourself, purchase yourself, acquire yourself a friend. V'heved dolas kol ha'adam l'kaf zchus, and judge the entire person l'kaf zchus, favorably. And the Pashtus, it's not really understandable what these three things have to do with one another. You know, this and this and that. But according to what we learned up to now, that you have to correct the voice, the tikkun and everything else that has to be done. Now everything is before, because it is said before. Ki al desh shomea nigina, when a person hears the nigina from a nagin kosher, from somebody who is is erechiyid, or mesakim bina malchus, he rectifies his own structure, the structure of his own malchus, and that brings him to accept all malchus shamayim, perfectly, the way it should be, appropriately. As we said before, David has attained through the nigina to rectify the malchus b'chlal. Am Yisrael David Melech v'kayam. That's it. He is the paradigm of malchus. The correction is so me'achuz. This is alluded to in the words of the Mishnah. Selech. In other words, you will fix Lishon Asiyah of the in of Rav, which is a master, which is a melech. Eved Shamal lo Rabbi, a slave that his master told him. So Rav is in of Malchus. Rav v'sholit, the Kodesh Baruch is Rav v'sholit. The Kodesh Baruch is the ruler. So Selech Rav alludes to the fact that you need to rectify the trait of the midah of the sphere of Malchus. Because Rav is something that alludes to authority, right? There's a Rav, a Shalit, and what this brings about, acquire yourself a friend. The word kneh is also the word kaneh. Kaneh is the air pipe. Kaneh is a reed, is a pipe.
Barrel.
It's about kaneh. Kaneh lecha chaver, ayno al yedei kaneh. In other words, the air pipe. Shakol yetzi mimeno, that the voice comes out of. In other words, when the negina that comes out of the air pipe, and the negina is called chaver. In Kirshko, what's it called chaver? It's called mishon chaber. Bring together. If you remember we said that the Olam Negina is the Sitra de Levi. One says, what is Levi? How did Levi get his name? Apam yilavei ishi elai. Now my husband will accompany me. Now he'll be with me. And when he says a man and his wife is isha levayot, a man and his companion. So chaver, the mishon chaber, to bring it together. So this is what music does. Music brings together two bechinas. You to the aspect that the music comes from. If it's at the kedusha, then it makes you one with kedusha. That's why you see that music, when it's really, really, strong, not necessarily just loud, but just really, really, evocative. It's very immersive. You disappear in the music. You put headphones on and you put the music on and you disappear. You're there. It takes you elsewhere. Because through the negina that comes from the corner, that thing that comes, the music that comes from the corner, The Negina is called Chaber. Why? Shemechaber Shnei Kruvim, that it connects together the two Kruvim that were on the Orin Kodesh Beis Hamikdash, Liosponim Beponim Keme'ar Ish Uliyos.
The music does it?
Yeah, and it connects the Kruvim together to do like the connection of Kem'ar Ish Veleyois, like the connection, the intimate connection between a man and his wife. When does this happen? When Am Yisrael are doing what the Kodesh Baruch Hu wants them to do.
That's music? That makes music?
Music enables you to do Ritzon Shel Mokum, because through music...
How does the Krovim come together from music?
No. They come together because through music, it makes you be Misakin Yamalchus.
Who's playing music?
The Levim are playing Beis Hamikdash anyhow, but that's not the point. I'm saying that by rectifying the Malchus, which means you receive all Malchus Shemaim properly, this brings the Kruvim together. It all happens together. Which means when Am Yisrael are not doing the Ritzon Shel Mokum, so the Kruvim are not standing face to face. They're facing away from one another. But when Am Yisrael is doing the Ritzon Shel Mokum, you do what the Kodesh Baruch Hu wants. They turn their face to one another. And so you find that the connection of the Kruvim is alluding to the dveikus, to the adherence of Am Yisrael by Yeshua Shamayim, even the Father in heaven. And through the Negina, the Kedusha, so Am Yisrael are adhering, to their Father in heaven. And then that brings about the Kruvim are also connecting to one another. To be ponim b'ponim, to be face to face. That's why the Negina is called Chaber. It's called Chaber. It's adding to one another. It's connecting to one another. The Negina that's called Chaber, through the Negina, which is called Chaber, it's called connection. You're rectifying the Malchus, which is alluded to in the word Rav. So now you realize what is Asalech Harav, B'knei Lecha Chaber. They're both through the Chaber, which is the music. You are able to Asalech Harav. You are able to rectify the Midas Malchus. Vazai, and when a person is actually zoiche to that, when a person controls his own Malchus, a person is able to control and to govern over everything he wants. As it said about David the Melech, that was Mesakim Midas Malchus, and what happened? He became a king of the entire Israel forever. A person is able to kill one person and to judge another person to life. Then you find that it destroys the world. Why? Because the person is going to be makpid, is going to be angry in the Rishon. And they'll kill him. You'll kill him. You have to understand. We said also, when we in the next Torah, that a person has to bring the Malchus to Kodesh Baruch Hu. Has to reckon the Malchus to Kodesh Baruch Hu. And when a person Chas v'Chalila does an aver, he takes his Malchus and he puts it in the realm of the Sitra Achara. The Malchus of a person, I'm not talking about now in the Kabbalistic sense. They're all actually one, but
Physical.
The Malchus of a person is his will. And the question, are you a king or are you a slave? Anything that controls you, that means that you are enslaved to it. Everything that you control, you are a king over it. That's also the union of Yain. Zochon Asar Rosh, that we said before, Lo Zochon Asar Rash. When you control the Yain elevates you. When the Yain controls you, it brings you down and makes a person into The Eden of Malchus is that when a person, the Tikkun of Malchus is that you do everything that you do because you believe that this is what you should do. You're not doing because something influences you, because there's peer pressure, because you have a title for it, or because you really wish to escape a little bit. Whatever. No. Whatever it is that you do because that's the way what you hold is what you should be doing. And ultimately, what does it mean? It means you're giving the melucha to Kadosh Baruch Hu. I'm only doing what Hashem wants me to do. That's it. Nothing else except for that. They said that one of the nisyonos of the Chayzer of Lublin, that he had two nisyonos. One of them is that he was very beautiful. He was a very handsome man. That he went to on his way to Lizhensk to the Rebbe B'Melech. So on the way, he went through the forest, and he comes to a hut, and there's a beautiful woman there, and she says that she's Jewish and she's tahira and everything, and she wanted to have things to do with him. So he said, I'd love to, but I have a klal. I don't know anything Kadosh Baruch Hu doesn't get nachas ruach from. What is he going to? What is Kadosh Baruch Hu going to like that? He didn't want to do that. And then he went closer. I don't know if it happened in the same trip but the second one is a more famous matter that happened with him. That he came to an inn, and Nebuch, the wife of the owner of the inn, saw him, and she went bananas, like the wife of Potiphar with Yosef, like, oh, Justin Bieber, like.
Gotta throw one of those.
Yeah, she basically she locked him, in whatever it is in the room. She said, that's it, man. Come on, no.
Didn't he see this coming?
Well, I don't know. He didn't see anything. He didn't look at anything. So B'kitzur, he ran away. And she told everybody, he tried to give it whatever it is. So they started chasing him. He ran away, and they chased him. They ran away, and they caught up with him. And they wanted to beat him to a pulp. What are you doing? He's starting up with somebody's wife, whatever it is. So he said, listen, take me to Lizhensk, take me to the Rebbe B'Melech. He says, whatever he says, you can do with me. So they took him, and as they come close to Lizhensk, so they says, okay, he said he can do it, just take him to the tzaddik. The tzaddik, obviously, you will know. Whatever. As they come to Lizhensk, they see a whole procession of people. The Rebbe Melech is walking out with his shtreimel, is coming out of town. So what happened? He says that the people of town said, the Rebbe Melech told them, everybody, let's go out, put the big day Shabbos, let's go out to receive Yosef HaTzadik.
Wow.
He was still the Yosef HaTzadik. Let's go receive Yosef HaTzadik. So when you are controlling your malchus, in other words, when you're the melech, that means that when you do only what Kadosh Baruch Hu wants you to do, and there's no, everything is under your total control. You do what you want. You're mechushav, you're miyushav, you're all-time control. You control the entire world. The entire reality is under your feet. Because if they said, Aseh retzoncha kirtzono, she'aseh retzono kirtzoncha. So you do, make Hashem's will your will, so Hashem will make His will your will, whatever you want. So that person has to be very, very careful. You can kill people. That's what you said that Reb Shimon Bar Yochai came out from the cave, took a look, and says, "What? That's the way you spend your life? Doing business." And the guy became Gal Shalatzomis. Baskol said, what? You came to destroy the world, go back to the Nara, learn how to control this. So after 2 more years in the cave.
If I saw Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai coming out of the cave, run away.
This is what the Tana says, "V'danas kol adam lekaf schus," and judge the entire person favorably. That you have to judge every person lekaf schus. A person you have to judge every person favorably. Ki ein HaKadosh Baruch Hu chafetz b'churban ha'olam. HaKadosh Baruch Hu does not want the world to be destroyed. Ki lo lato bro, l'shevet yitzol. The HaKadosh Baruch Hu did not create the world to be void, but it should be populated. Because HaKadosh Baruch Hu didn't create the world for nothing, but it should populate each person from Am Yisrael. Even if he's a Rasha, HaKadosh Baruch Hu has a nachas ruach from the little good things that he does. HaKadosh Baruch Hu has the time. What a delicious davening, a delicious learning. He takes a Rasha, he does a little dots of Dover Tov. HaKadosh Baruch Hu has tremendous nachas ruach from that. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu has benefit from it. And not only this, HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't want the Rishon to die. He wants him to do tshuva. He wants him to do tshuva. And now, since something will continue tomorrow.
Shkoyach.